This video is about surds and fractions, or we can say dividing surds. So our first question is simplify root 8 divided by root 2. So we follow the same rules as the rules of fractions. We've got 8 and 2 and they are both under a root. So what we could do is divide root 8 by root 2 and also divide root 2 by root 2. So it's just like finding the common factor. Same rules as fractions. Root 8 divided by root 2, that will give us root 4. Root 2 divided by root 2 is just 1. Square root of 4 is 2. Now we'll never leave an answer over 1, so just write down 2 divided by 1 is just 2. That's our answer for that one. Okay, part B. Root 27 divided by root 12. So we look for the highest common factor. What is the highest common factor between 27 and 12? 3. So I can divide the top by root 3 and the bottom by root 3. Square root of 27 divided by 3, or 27 divided by 3 is 9. So I keep it under the square root because I'm working with surds here. Root 12 divided by root 3 is root 4. The square root of 9 is 3 and the square root of 4 is 2. And that's my final answer. I can't simplify any further. You can just leave it as a fraction. You don't have to write it as a decimal. Next question. Root 2 divided by root 32. So let's have a look. I've got 2 and 32, so the highest common factor is 2. So I'm going to divide both of them by the square root of 2. Square root of 2 divided by the square root of 2 is 1. Root 32 divided by 2 is root 16. So the square root of 16 is 4, so 1 over 4. Never write the answer as 4. Remember, it's different, okay? Because I see lots of mistakes made where some people, when they see it's 1 over root 16, they just write the answer as 4. But remember, that's not the same. 4 and a quarter aren't the same. So make sure you keep that 1 over 4. 1 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. Okay, let's try another quick example. Let's see. So root 1,000 divided by root 90. So I need to think about the highest common factor. Now, if I just had 1,000 over 90, I would basically knock off zeros. Now, when you knock off zeros, that just means divide by 10. So I'm going to divide them by root 10. So root 10 is the highest common factor. That leaves me with root 100 over root 9. Square root of 100 is 10 and the square root of 9 is 3. Now it is a top heavy fraction, so what I would do is I would change it back into a mixed fraction. So what you need to ask yourself is, how many 3's are in 10? We keep 3 at the denominator. How many 3's are in 10? So there's 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So we write down the 3 here. 3 times 3 is 9. And what's the remainder from 10? So 10 take away 1 is 9. So the remainder is 1. So that's 3 1/3. And that's it. That's the final example for surds and fractions, or dividing surds.